Hello, I am Eva Bourne, and I am joined by my lovely and spontaneous and unpredictable co-star, Rushi Kota.
Sup, everybody?
We are so excited for you to watch our new movie, Make Me a Match, which is part of June Weddings this Saturday. Super excited to tweet with you. And Hallmark has actually given us some questions. Lovely. Thank you, Hallmark Channel. And we can get started. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, first question. In Make Me a Match, I play Vivi, who
Mhm.
is an ambitious app engineer that launches a dating app. Tell us more about what makes this app unique. I'll handle this question,
You
don't
you
worry.
get this one. Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah.
So what makes the app unique initially, I think what Vivi is trying to do anyway, she does incorporate this algorithm that is constantly updating itself, so much so that what she anticipates this is going to allow users to be able to find their most accurate matches. So I believe that that's unique. To be honest, I haven't used dating apps, so I can't be 100% on that, but I think it's accurate. And then, oh, also, I realize she uses a lot of deal breakers. So users seem to love deal breakers. And I feel like that's definitely a unique quality of this app. So that would be, I think, like what she's trying at least at the beginning, even though it doesn't, really work out.
Right.
However, I would say that the app really becomes unique once she works with obviously yourself, Boom,
Right.
and then with Reina. I think that's kind of like when it actually becomes unique, right?
Yeah. I think the other part I want to add to the app experience is that it's not very successful.
I
It does not help make any matches. So
think it's like 20%. So I did
yeah, that's
some.
that's pretty abysmal.
I
That's really
know.
really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I feel like it doesn't really become unique until there is some unique qualities that
Yeah.
come in from the biodata, and
Yeah, and
yeah.
yeah, exactly the matchmaking process of it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so to moving on to the next question, to help improve the dating app services, Vivi teams up with my character Boom and his mother Reina, who run a successful matchmaking business. Can we share our characters meet cute?
You may
I
go
may
ahead.
share our characters meet cute. Thank you. Let's see. So we meet at a fountain outside the datamate office. My character
Mhm.
is getting lunch at a food truck, and your character
Oh,
is trying to make a wish at a fountain. And she usually stands at her normal spot, but it's not very successful because you miss and you hit me in the back of the head with it.
yeah. I think I got distracted by something. There's like a car going by
Right.
or something,
Right.
and
It's
yes,
just
yes.
the back of my head was so attractive that you just got distracted. You're like, oh, wow, there it is.
No, I don't think I was even looking at your head. I think that like the car coming past is sort of like the first
Right. Blame
sign
it
of
on the
this
car. Okay.
spontaneity.
Got it.
No, I'm just saying. I feel it's actually I just thought about it in this moment is that like that car going by is almost the
Right.
first luck that happens in the film because if that
It's
moment
kismet.
hadn't happened, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If that moment hadn't happened, then I wouldn't have been distracted. I would have followed along with, my normal like
Your
data
routine.
approach. Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But then that's
yeah.
when we just start discussing spontaneity and
Hmm.
how if you tried something different, then you would have a different result.
And
And
how
our
I
two
don't agree with
opposing,
you.
right. But also that's what I was getting to our two opposing views on love.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. Your approach is just let everything
Fly
happen.
by the seat, baby.
And Vivi's approach is very, practical, I
By the
think,
book.
which kind of allows her, I think, to have a better understanding of the biodata later on.
Yeah.
Um, which maybe we should move on to the next question.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I feel
Let's move
like
on to the
that
next question.
that that
Okay.
wraps it up pretty much for
Yeah, that
Vivi
wraps it up.
too.
It's a wrap. It's a
And
wrap,
like,
I guess.
yeah, we want to leave that for them to watch. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, so next question. Boom volunteers Vivi to sign up as their first client to see if their techniques of finding love is effective for the app. How does this project bring them closer together? Uh, well, they're kind of forced together, I guess.
It's a force. Yeah. It's a force. You guys getting
um,
in there. Yeah.
yes, hello, client concierge and such.
Right.
And I mean, I do think that they, of course, initially have this sort of like instant, you know,
Yeah.
connection in a way that it's like that push and pull, which I
Right.
think is always like enticing in any sort of relationship. So they already have that, but then I think once they go through the process, which they don't obviously initially realize that they're going through it together,
No, no, not at all.
but they start to realize that a lot of the practical matters that they have hold value in their relationships they align on. So for
Hmm.
example, family values, which
Hmm.
is extremely important, and especially so in like Indian tradition with matchmaking. And then their desires, their
Right.
dreams, their ambitions in life.
Yeah.
So unexpectedly, it sort of brings them closer together. And I think also they just like have a great sense of play with one another.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think just because they spend so much time together in that professional setting, which is also a relaxed setting, and I think it makes it
Mm,
easy for them to just get to know each other in a much more relaxed way versus, oh, they're not dating each other, they're just getting to know each other as friends
right.
or
Yeah.
colleagues.
Yeah. There's like
Yeah,
that pressure
yeah,
that's taken off, I guess, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that helps the whole process.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. And I think also there becomes a point where they sort of start to see themselves in each other, like a little bit,
Yeah,
you know?
totally. Totally. I think
Yeah.
exactly they have so much in common, and they have so much that's reflecting in each other that they're not able to see for themselves. And so
Hmm.
if they see it in the other person, then they can like bring it back to themselves of like, oh yeah, this is the things that I need to work on, I need to fix.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like
Yeah,
if it's pointed out in someone else, you can see it clearer or something to be
mm,
able to fix it and manage it in yourself.
totally.
Um, yeah. I mean, they're definitely both very like strong headed. So that comes across right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Oh, they sure are stubborn.
Yeah. Okay. Next
Okay.
question.
Yes, as our characters work together, Reina emphasizes the importance of honoring their Indian culture. Tell us how she incorporates those traditions into helping Vivi find her perfect match. Ooh,
Well,
that's a good
um,
one.
yeah, that is a good one. I think, I don't know, maybe you have a different opinion than I do, but I feel like she tries
Always.
to sort of stop. um, I feel like she kind of tries to marry luck, I guess,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
practical matters as well,
totally,
right? Because
totally.
there's the palm reading,
Yeah,
which
talks about
is
your love
like,
destiny and
yeah, and I think
yeah,
everyone's probably seen that like sneak peek, so they understand what we're talking about. But that Vivi is kind of like taken aback in that moment, and Reina sort of points out that yes, practical matters do, of course, matter. However, luck, there has to be
yeah.
some sort of,
There a little bit of luck sprinkled in there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something has to be like aligned in the stars a little bit.
yeah. Also, I think there's the one they'll see it in the movie, but the matching of the astrological signs and the alignment of
Mm,
the stars. I think that's very unique. That in dating apps that doesn't really exist, and it's to see whether two people are cosmically aligned for each other, and I think that's really cool. Even
mm-hmm.
though that could all be, you know. That's just all arbitrary out there, but still there is a little fun in that process
Mm-hmm.
of seeing if two people are really meant for each other.
Yeah, definitely. That's like my favorite scene, or I feel
Yeah,
like that was my favorite day. Like shooting that
yeah,
day was so much
yeah,
fun.
yeah. It was,
I just remember
and
laughing so much that day. Too much, in fact, probably.
throughout the shoot, I was like, ah, ha,
Ha! Yeah, that was
ha,
pretty
ha,
much
ha.
you.
Yeah, that was me. And then
Um,
anything else that
yeah.
comes to mind while,
Um, well, I guess like family
yeah,
connection,
ma-
right? And like
right.
that's yeah,
That's
a
also a
big
big
one.
one. I think matching the families, not just the people,
Hmm.
of if your families don't match, then your relationship will be a battle every day. And that's
Yeah.
a direct quote from the movie.
Yes, and it is kind of true. And it's funny, I was thinking about this. I remember thinking about this when I was reading the script initially. I was like, this is just not, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's still so in the Western world, it's important, but I don't feel like there's so much of a focus on that.
No, not at
Would
all.
you say? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
totally agree. I think that's not the first thing people think about. And not to say that it works out in the Indian culture either. There's a lot of
mm,
family drama. Just family drama is family drama. But
yeah.
I agree. There's not much of a focus on that as it is in the South Asian culture.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be a bit more of like a deal breaker in Indian
Yeah.
culture than it would be in
Totally.
Western, right? Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I think that's it. I think, yeah,
And then, oh yeah,
yeah.
and then filling out the bio data. I think it's different from. I think it's your love resume, which is different from an
Oh, yeah.
actual resume.
Oh my God. I did that in the movie. Yeah, that was me.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
Okay.
get to the next one.
Okay, next one. Boom and Vivi have opposite viewpoints on building a relationship. They do, yes.
Mhm.
How do they help each other change their perspective on finding love? Okay. Well, to be honest, I feel like they just call each other out. Like
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
true.
way like
Yeah, I think Boom is just very
you can say,
spontaneous.
yeah, yeah.
Spontaneous. He's very spontaneous, and he wants to try new things. And since Vivi's just very rigid in trying to stay in her lane, I
Okay.
think they do what she does.
I know, but you don't have to say rigid. It's so unkind.
It's pretty rigid. She's pretty rigid. I think they help break each other out of that. That
Hmm.
Boom needs a little bit of um, organization and rigidity, and then and Vivi needs a little spontaneity. And they realize I think they have a lot in common. I think we touch upon this before.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm trying to think of the scene. Oh, yes, this is it.
Okay, this is the
There is
one.
a scene in the film where I feel like this sort of explains it, at least I think for what Vivi sees in Boom and
Mhm.
trying to help him. Because obviously, sometimes, you know yourself pretty well. However, sometimes I think others can see you a little
Yeah,
bit better.
100%.
And she, comes to the conclusion that perhaps Boom maybe using his spontaneity as sort of this like boundary, I guess, in a
It's a
sense, right? Like
it's a
it's a
crutch. Yeah,
wall.
it's a mask. Yeah,
Yeah, and so it allows him to sort of go about the world in this way where he doesn't have to necessarily um, connect, I think,
yeah.
or like, be
Commit.
like
I agree. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah. He doesn't have to. If he's hiding behind that, then it's not necessarily that. Oh, he has to show any responsibility or show any
Hmm.
love or care for the thing that he's not putting all his eggs into.
So yeah, I think that Vivi kind of helps him to, and I mean, Reina is doing this obviously with him as well, which there's a beautiful scene in the film, and you'll all see it as well. Um, and I think that Vivi kind of helps to guide him along with Reina to be able to get in touch with his vulnerability,
Yeah, that's
and
big.
kind
That's
of,
huge.
yeah, like stop with the like funny jokes all the time,
Right.
and
Yeah.
really be
It's
able to
only
like,
funny until it's not funny anymore.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
And then you got to
yeah.
get to all the serious, squishy stuff. You got to.
At some point. But yeah, I mean, I think that there are lots of coping skills, and obviously Vivi has those as well. And I think that for
Hmm.
her, she's managed her life in this way where um, there is no room for an error,
Totally.
because if an error occurs, then it perhaps means that she could be resembling somebody else in her life that she does not want to, which
Yeah.
you'll watch along, obviously, with us
I
on
think the I
Saturday
think
about
the
that.
one really amazing quality about Evie, besides all the other qualities, is that her willingness to try anything, try and just be open minded about things. I
Mm-hmm.
think that really speaks to Boom about Vivi of her just, let's go try it. If it doesn't
Yeah.
work, it doesn't work, you know?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the only thing I'll say about Vivia is that in regards to finally accepting that this is the way that the process has to be, I mean, she doesn't have an option because for her, it's this or letting other people's opportunity of love disappear. So, but I will also say, I think that for her, she's sort of like forced into this position, but at the same time, it's kind of familiar for her, even though like yes, she's definitely taking a leap into like yes, let's just try it, but um, it's structured in a way,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so it's like sort of comfortable for her. But there's a
Right.
lot obviously coming through that's new that is hard for her to
Totally
adapt
accept.
to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, next question.
Okay. Next question. Uh, while Vivi is trying to find her ideal partner, Boom teaches her that it's good to be open-minded. What are we hoping viewers will take away from this storyline? Oh, I love this question.
Yeah, me too. I think we talked about this kind of in another interview, but I I really hope that people see this as a way for them to get in tune with their intuition,
Hmm.
and just like know themselves a little bit better, because I think
Yeah.
that both Vivi and Boom come to this point where they realize that they maybe haven't been completely their authentic selves, because they've been coping with, certain things. So I think just to be open to whatever might come along in life, and don't just turn a blind eye because it's something that may seem not appealing in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like the meet cute, basically.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I, I think what I'm hoping that the audience will take away from this story is that know thyself. First, figure out who you are. I think that's very important. And I learned this very early on uh, as my younger self. And this woman I was dating, she took me to relationship church. And there's a huge lesson that I learned, that you can't enter a relationship with individual problems. You gotta, if
Mm-hmm.
you're entering a relationship with individual problems, then you're gonna deal with individual issues, and now it's gonna be a one-sided relationship. You gotta figure those out, and then come into the relationship so that you can deal with relationship problems, whatever issues, challenges they may be. And I think that's the overlying arc of VB and Boom, is that at the end of it, they're overcome their issue, so to speak, and then they're finally able to meet, um, having solved all of that, and now they're able to be in a real relationship without any baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I'm really hoping that that's what the audience would take away from this is to figure your stuff out before you
Yeah.
get into a relationship.
I know, I love that. I've never heard of anything like a relationship church. Is that what it was?
Yeah, yeah, it's
That's
cool.
amazing. I was
Yeah,
just talking about this the other day. I was like, I feel like there's not enough emphasis upon partnerhood, you
yeah,
know? Yeah,
yeah,
it's so interesting. That's very cool.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, great. Next question,
Okay.
which is me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, there are many Indian traditions that are celebrated in this movie, from eating a plate of jalebi, a sweet Indian dessert, to attending a pre engagement ceremony. Was there a special Indian tradition that we would like to celebrate? I mean, sorry, I just started laughing because as soon as I read jalebi, I just think of Rushi making this joke and like improving. I don't even know if it stayed in or not, actually. I didn't
No,
pay
probably
attention to
not. I
that.
wonder what I said. I forgot what I said.
You said jalebi, and then you like went on this whole monologue about how when you were a child, your parents called you
Oh,
jalebi baby.
because I used to eat all the jalebi.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is an amazing dessert, but my God,
it's so good.
it is so sweet, and there's a lot of sugar in there. I think as an
Yeah.
adult, I don't think I can eat. eat that. I'll be trying to work that off for like the next month.
Gotta treat yourself, Rushi.
Yeah, no.
Every once in a while, just a little jalebi.
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
I I don't know why as soon as I read that,
I
I thought
wish
about
that
it.
stayed in there because maybe in the bloopers it'll come out.
Maybe, yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, okay. I did think about this because there were so many little things while filming, especially with that Reina would or no, Reika, sorry, would point out. And I never even thought about it. It seems so silly, but placing your purse on the ground, which like I have done so many times, but she pointed out, no, in Indian culture, we do not do this because it's a sign of disrespect.
Right, because
Um,
yeah, if you
yeah,
have money in your pocket, you should never put money or books on the floor or step on it, or yeah, it's very
exactly.
disrespectful.
Like any kind of valuables. So and like, obviously when I come into my place, I like put it on our bench or hang it up.
Right.
But there are definitely times where I'm rushing in and out of somewhere and I just place it on the ground without even giving it a second thought. And
Yeah.
I thought that was really unique and it just stood out to me. I was like, oh, I should really respect my valuables more.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
so there's that. I mean, not necessarily from the movie, but from
That's
my
a good
part
life
of the
lesson
movie.
to learn, though.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is in the film, and I do take part of it, is dancing.
Yeah.
Um, this is so
You
like I
crushed
feel
it
like this,
in the dancing part, by the way.
I I don't know. I don't know. That was a stressful time for me.
That was,
But
yeah.
I used to dance all the time as like a kid and a teenager and even a young adult. And it's kind of something that escaped like myself in my life. And I would love to get back to that. And I think being in this film and watching them, it's just like they're so alive,
Yeah.
and I think we don't like really move our bodies and in that sort of way anyway
Yeah.
in Western
I
culture.
still
So
don't.
I so anyway, I signed up for dance classes. I had my first
Yay.
one last night, and that was
Oh
very
my
fun.
God.
Yeah, so that's what I'm taking away from it, I guess.
Nice. Well, something that was supposed to be in the movie and was not in the movie was this holiday Diwali, which
Hmm.
means, yeah, I think if we're going to celebrate an Indian tradition or a holiday, I would say Diwali would be the one because that's a really fun holiday. It's full of fireworks,
Mm.
lots of it signifies light overcoming darkness. It also it's also another direct
Also in
quote
the
from the movie.
movie.
Also in the movie, guys. It pretty much means a row of clay lamps, and I think it's just a very festive, energetic holiday
Mm.
that also celebrates the goddess Lakshmi, and she's the goddess of prosperity. And that signifies the start of the fiscal year in India, which it's just a really it's a amazing holiday that I love, and I think that's something that we would celebrate.
Hmm. Yeah, very cool.
If we signed up for a dating app, which is one quality that we would look for in our life partner?
Take it away, Rushi.
I mean, I think I know what you would look for, but I won't say it. But I would say one thing that I would look for in a life partner would be an adventurous spirit.
Hmm.
We have to be able to go try new things and constantly let the relationship evolve. It can't become stale. And I think that's something that it's innate in a person that's something I would look for.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, for myself, it's hard because can I just say two things?
Yeah, say two things. Say as
Okay.
many things as you want.
Okay.
This is your
So
show.
right. It's our show. It's our show.
Right.
I mean, humor is just like that's a non-negotiable for me. Like
Right.
I have to laugh. I
Right.
love laughing. It's my most favorite thing to do. I cannot be with someone if they don't have a sense of humor.
If they're just like serious the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. Or like they can't take a joke.
Yeah.
That's a no-no for me. And then someone who is balanced and or calm because I am not. So I definitely
Actors.
I need
Actors.
yeah, I need that. I need like a
Yeah.
very rock solid situation.
Foundation. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's what's up. I can see that.
Yeah. Okay. Next
Okay. Go
question.
ahead. Next question.
One of the highlights of Indian ceremonies are the beautiful attire men and women wear to celebrate. Without giving away any spoilers, do we each have a favorite outfit that we wore during filming?
Yeah,
Um,
Eva, what's your favorite outfit that you wore during filming?
well, I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler because I'm pretty sure it's been in all of the previews, but obviously the langa. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how can I
That,
choose anything
yeah.
else?
Yeah, that was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt so all I felt
Yeah.
so many things that day. I was
Yeah.
so nervous. I just totally my breath was like taken away because and I really did not expect it. I was just like, we're making a movie, you know,
Yeah.
no big
Yeah. Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
And then just to put everything on, I was definitely like shaking, sweaty palms. I don't know. I mean, I always have sweaty
Sweaty
palms,
palms and
unfortunately.
Eva. Yeah.
Oh God. But
But
yeah, Rushi knows from having to hold my hand during the
yeah,
whole film.
it was
So
just, I'm like, why is
ugh.
there just dripping sweat on my hand right now? Like, where are the
I
makeup
don't
people? Can I get a napkin? Jesus.
I don't know. I've always been this way. I don't know what's wrong with me. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was just beautiful, and
Yeah. And you were
I was.
beautiful in it. And I told you this,
Oh, thanks.
there's this one video that I have that I don't know. I'm gonna share it maybe later after the movie comes out of just the reveal of her, and I'm like, and she just looked amazing. I was like, wow, like radiant.
No, thank you. Yeah, that was super special, and I don't know if that will ever, happen again in my life. So it felt like a really, I don't know. I think it'll be like a very dominant memory for me to have.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, uh, I definitely got to keep some clothes from the shooting of this movie, but I think one of my favorite pieces of clothing is in the meet cute. The it's such a weird word, meet cute, but in the meet cute, Boom was wearing a light brown racer jacket, and I really love that jacket.
Oh yeah, that is a
Yeah,
nice one.
yeah. So
Yeah.
now I have it. Now it's mine forever. Now it's Rushi's. And so
Oh
I think that would
man.
be one of my favorite pieces of clothing.
Okay. Wait, but okay. What about like oh, I guess you only wore like for the
Oh
wedding that was
yeah,
the traditional
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay, well
that's
then
the
I
asset of
have
the
a
movie.
favorite. Okay, okay,
For
okay.
me or
But
for
then
you?
no, no, I'm just thinking, well, if you're going to use that one, then I also had another one too.
Yeah,
Mine was I just loved
that green dress.
no.
That green
There,
dress was your favorite. That was
oh
your
my gosh.
favorite green dress.
No, that green dress, a poor wardrobe. Every time they're like, it's the green dress. So it's like, no. There's this dress obviously in the film, and it was just causing all sorts of troubles, and it was a bit of a disaster. But it looked
Yeah,
great, so that's
it
good.
looked good. It looked
Um,
good.
but I know in the meeting with Raina when we first meet Raina, that was my favorite. It was very like a matching set. It kind of felt kind of clueless. I loved
Yeah,
it. Super
yeah, yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Was very into it.
That's
Yeah.
cool. There's another
Hmm.
outfit I think in the that you were wearing. It was in one of the dates with the suitors, and I think you were. Was it red leather pants or a red jacket?
Oh, you
Yeah,
weren't even there. Were you there that
yeah,
day?
I was
Oh,
there. I was there during the
oh.
whole thing. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I was in the
Yeah,
background, be like, Eva.
I think I wore a leather jacket after there's a rock climbing date, and I think
Ah,
that's when
yeah.
I wore it. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
that was a good one.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there more questions?
No, that's
No,
it.
that's it.
That's the questions.
Okay.
We have come to the end of our questions.
Okay, great.
And
Well, is there
now,
anything left?
yeah, now we got to do the rapid fire game. Are you ready for
Okay.
this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this rapid fire game?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I get very
Okay.
stressed out on like rapid fire. Oh God.
Yeah. Your sweaty palms are just coming out. You're like, hold on. Okay, so here we go. Play a game of soccer or go for a run.
Me first?
Yeah, you first. It's a
Okay.
rapid fire game. I'm asking you.
Soccer.
So, okay, soccer. I would go for a run. Okay. I played soccer and I was like, it's really hard. Okay, so go fishing or go rock climbing.
Rock climbing.
Rock climbing. Done. Jalebi or classic cheesecake?
Jalebi.
Neither. I don't like sugar. Attend an Indian engagement ceremony or an Indian wedding.
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 Sorry.
Why was that so stressful for you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, wedding as well. I think
Yeah.
weddings are a lot more festive.
Mhm.
Get an astrology love reading or go on a dating app.
Astrology love reading.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
fun. Those are fun. Okay, what else? You want anything else to add before we wrap this bad boy up?
Um, I don't think so.
That's it.
I
That's it.
would, yeah, I mean, oh, okay. Well, actually, I can give a fun story because I don't know if anyone else will tell it, but Rushi did break a table on set. And I just wanted to let everyone know that.
It couldn't handle my massive talent. That's why. No, yeah, I was sitting on this one wooden table and it
It
was
really looked like an heirloom of sorts for
it
this
was like
family
yeah,
too.
I was like it looked like prestigious and meaningful to somebody whoever owned that house. I was sitting on this table and I guess it just couldn't handle my weight because I was so big. That it started one of the legs started cracking but I had cat-like reflexes and I saved myself and the table from toppling over.
Yeah, but
um
the leg snapped off, so
it
there's
did
that.
snap. I was like, I heard a small the breaking of wood until it was falling, but everyone was okay, everything was fine, but then everyone was treating me like, Rushi, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
How's the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but our team, they're so fast. Like
I
I
know.
remember watching all of our grip team like just pull together some sort of maneuver to make it look like this table was still existing because we'd already, shot
Yeah.
everything, so continuity, and had to make like a little seat for Rushi as well. And I was just like, this is incredible. I would not have these problem solving skills. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, everyone on that film was amazing, like
Yeah.
down to, PAs, grip team,
Totally.
our DOP, every single person on that crew was phenomenal. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful to have worked with all of them.
No, one of the best shooting experiences that I've ever had and
Mhm.
ever. I'd like talk about this all the time of how amazing the cast and the crew was to work with on this film. So that's something that I will take away with me forever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same. I've not laughed this hard in, well, like on set in a
it's because of
very
me. It's
long
because of me.
time.
I know. Just say it. Just because it's because of me.
I mean, there definitely was a day where you got, I think that you and Reika weren't there, and it was still great, obviously.
Yeah.
But then I remember the next morning when we were all in like hair and makeup, and I was like, I think you asked how was the day, and I was like, it
Oh
was
yeah.
okay, it was good. It wasn't as fun as yesterday though, but it was good.
Yeah. 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 I can see that.
Yeah.
And any other stories?
Um, I don't know. Do you have any?
Yeah, I remember that time when I think we woke up super early to go
Mm.
shoot that outdoor scene in the park, and it was freezing cold that
Oh
day.
my God, it was so cold. It was so cold. We had to shoot that scene as though we were not, well, we couldn't breathe. So we had to say our
Yeah,
line very quickly and then be like,
yeah, because
cannot breathe because,
I think it was yeah, it was we were in like runner's clothes
yeah.
and it was just extremely cold that day, and every time we were breathing, you can see the white breath
The breath.
that was coming
Yeah.
out. And then they were giving us ice cold water to drink and spit
Oh
out so
yeah,
that our breath was
I
matching the
forgot.
temperature of outside. And I was like, that totally did not work at all.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. Rushi and I, before they would call action, would just be like jumping jacks or like
Yeah.
running up and down and then swig some water, spit it out.
Yeah. I think at one
Action. It
point
was pretty fun.
I think at one point it was your take and you were reacting to what I was saying, but then Heather's the director, and Heather was like, Rushi, I just need you to stop talking because we can see your breath. just just don't talk. And I'm like, just mouth all the words. I'm like, okay, just you know what? Just don't breathe. So,
Yeah. Just don't breathe.
don't breathe.
We'll see if you pass out, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's so many more stories, but I just can't think of them right now. Oh yeah, actually, I just remembered one. We were shooting and it was really late at night and it was freezing and I was in, like shorts and
Yeah.
nothing that would be warm enough, especially for Vancouver weather that late at night. And I was shooting the scene with with Reika and she could tell how cold I was. I was just shaking. And so she's like, the beach. Just think
Oh,
of
right.
the
The
beach.
beach.
And then that was an ongoing joke for the rest of shooting.
Yeah. Like
Oh, it
think
was
of
pretty
all the warm sun and the sand and the beach.
Yeah, the beach. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be dropping some BTS videos, so don't worry.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, definitely, definitely.
Okay. All right.
This is so much fun.
And this was amazingly fun. And thank you for joining us. We can't wait for you to watch the premiere of our new movie, Make Me a Match. Tune in this Saturday, June 24th at 8/7 Central, only on the Hallmark channel. And tweet along live while you watch using the hashtag Make Me a Match.
Yes, please. So
Yes,
excited to
please.
tweet with all of you. We will be
Yes.
there. Rushi, you will be there, right?
I will make a tweet and then everyone can respond to my tweet. And then I will respond back to them. But that's as far as my technological skills go.
I will accept that.
Yeah.